welcome to Big Smile Reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing Tales of Phantasia for the Game Boy Advance. Yes, this is going to be one of my first retro reviews. So let's take out those GBAs and let's play on the goodies. Tales of Phantasia is the first game in the long-running Tales of series. The first Tales of Phantasia game appeared on the Super Nintendo in 1995. That, however, never got released outside of Japan. Since then, a lot of remakes were made to the Tales of Phantasia game, and they were on the PlayStation, PSP. The Game Boy Advance got its Tales of Phantasia game all the way back in 2006. Now, if you never played a Tales of game, the one thing you should know is that it's a typical RPG game, but when a random battle occurs, the game turns into this 2D side-scrolling fighting game almost. So you have your team of characters here on the side, and you fight the enemy team. And this is of course very unique to other RPGs because it's not turn-based at all. You mash around your attacks as much as you can. You have your special attacks, your super attacks, your combos, and the enemies also have all of that. So of course you have your magician, you have your medic, you have another magician, you have like a sword fighter, you know, you have a very good team. Everybody has their own special skills. And you yourself, you only control one character. You set different moves and different strategies for your other characters, which is very cool because you're a little bit like a commander. You get to tell other people what to do and how to attack, where to stand. As you can see right now, I'm using only my normal attacks. These are my slash attacks. This was a special attack right here, and you can combine your normal attacks with your slash attacks. Here on the menu screen you can see how it all works. The strategy, for example, here you set your different characters, different tasks. Use full magic, save magic, long range, no magic at all. I have it on full magic. These are all the skills that my teammates can do, so these are all the different magic spells they can do. I can tell them not to do some magic spells, I can tell them to do all the magic spells. And this is the form, so here I get to decide exactly where do my teammates stand in the battle system. So you have a lot of control over what happens in the battle system and your characters. It's very, very good. You think you need to hit the mystery block? Oh! Oh! Maybe to hit it again! If you play any of the new Tales of games like Tales of Symphonia or Phantasia, you will notice that everything you can do there, you can also do here. That is because in Tales of Phantasia, in this one, they really updated it from the old game. This is not just a simple port. The game did get a few new missions, it did get updated tasks, it got a bit of updated graphics and art style. Which is why even though I played the newest Tales of games, this Tales of game never felt old to me. It always felt like a very new game. I really can't praise this game enough. It is amazing. The story is amazing. The world is amazing. The battle system is amazing. Look at this amazing towns. The only thing I would say is that they should have created more enemies, a bigger variety of enemies. Because I find that when you're in a dungeon, you get a few varieties of enemies, and that's just not enough because as soon as you learn a weakness of an enemy, it just becomes very, very repetitive. You just use that same strategy and it gets a little bit boring. If you would have had more enemies and a bigger variety of enemies, then the strategy would have to be changed all the time, and I think it would be kept fresher all the time. The other minus I would say in the battle system is that when your teammates use magic, the whole battle stops. It almost freezes. When a big magic spell is being used, I don't know why they did this, but it freezes the whole battle system. Like right now, look, I can't move. I have to wait for this magic spell to finish, and only then I can continue in the battle. Now you see I have to wait for the enemy spell to finish so I can keep on moving. Now one of my teammates is doing a spell and I have to wait for this spell to finish too so I can keep on moving. This really slows down the action. If this didn't happen, the battles would be a lot more epic, I think, a lot more action-packed. And that's how it works in the new Tales of games. I'm not sure why they did it like this in Tales of Phantasia. The game has a lot of great spells. Here's one of my favorite spells. This is Luna, one of the awesome spells that I got in a dungeon. Very, very powerful. Check this out. She sends amazing light down, 1,800 damage. That is very powerful.
Undine is another very awesome spirit that I got in a dungeon. And these are all the spirits you get in dungeons. You have to beat them to get them, and it is just epic to use them in battle. So very fantastic and great to have on your side. Max was another very powerful attack. Look at this. He sends all these bubbles to attack the enemies, and they're very, very powerful bubbles. These are not bubbles that you want to play with. Crash, the main character, also has some very epic spells. Check this one out. I love this one. He turns into this fireball. Sword Wind is awesome as well. Look at all that. He just rains his sword on his enemies. I love it.
That was my review of Tales of Phantasia for the Game Boy Advance. Tell me if you played this game and tell me what you thought of this game. I love the battle system in Tales games. Yes, I hope you like my retro reviews. Tell me if you want to see more retro reviews, because you know we gotta do these retro reviews. These are awesome classics, man. We gotta look back at them and see how good they were. They really impacted a lot. So tell me in the comments what you want. Bye!
Bow before your shogun.